Capcom just dropped a bunch of info about Resident Evil 9. And yeah, Leon isn't the main character anymore, but hold on, because they didn't say he wouldn't be in it. And when you really look at what they said, it sounds like we're gonna get one of the most emotional goodbyes Resident Evil has ever given us. Let's break down the facts straight from Capcom. The game's title is Requiem, literally a funeral song chosen to mark 30 years of Resident Evil. They want to go back to their horror roots, with the concept being addictive fear. And by doing so, they've created a new character, a new lead, Grace. They chose her because she's fresh, vulnerable, and can still be scared. They specifically said Leon isn't built for horror anymore. He's too experienced, too hardened. And yes, you can finally switch between first and third person at any time, which is amazing. But the moment that really stood out to me, they singled out Leon by name. They didn't say none of the OGs are going to be in this game. They said Leon isn't built for horror. That tells me that even though Leon isn't front and center, he still is going to play a big part in this story. Let's talk about the title Requiem. It doesn't have to mean that everyone dies. It means closure. It's a farewell, a eulogy, not just to Leon, but Chris, Jill, Ada, Claire, everyone we grew up with. When this game drops, it will be 30 years of Resident Evil. They're celebrating the past, not erasing it. They're honoring them. And it feels like they're setting Grace up to inherit this franchise while giving us one last goodbye to the people who built it. One of the most popular characters in the Resident Evil franchise, Leon Kennedy. This is how I see him fitting in the game. Capcom says he's too experienced to be scared. Fair enough. I honestly don't think Leon's ever been scared in this franchise. But that just means he's not the one feeling fear. Grace is. Imagine this. You play as Grace, terrified, stumbling through this new world of horrors. Then you keep finding places that look wrecked, monsters already dead, walls smashed in, supplies left behind. Things that you can't explain. That's Leon. Leon was just there, chasing the same threat, or maybe unknowingly chasing Grace herself. And then in classic Resident Evil style, while you're probably fighting a BOW, Leon will show up at the perfect moment to save your life. Still heroic, still Leon, but now he's a seasoned vet fighting his own battles alongside Grace's. But it won't stop at Leon. Requiem is about the whole legacy. Chris could be chasing the root of the threat, older, maybe at the end of his rope. Jill finally facing what happened to her under Wesker's control, back for one last fight. Ada, of course, working from the shadows, not to manipulate Grace, but chasing her own secret objective. Claire helping survivors caught in the middle, trying to keep hope alive. They don't all need big screen time. A cameo, a mission, a playable flashback would be huge, and it wouldn't be the first time Resident Evil has done something like this. It would show how the old guard is still fighting right up until the torch is finally passed. Now here's where things get interesting. Capcom loves to drop the real story in their DLC, like Ada's Separate Ways and Chris's Not a Hero. Imagine finishing the main story with Grace left open-ended. Leon's parallel story, tracking the threat, intertwining with Grace's, filling the holes that were left by the main story campaign. Jill's last mission, Chris's hardest decision, Ada's last betrayal or redemption, where she finally admits that she loves Leon and always has and always will. Please. Claire saving civilians caught in the crossfire. That would be the true Requiem, not a single goodbye, but a layered farewell told across multiple stories, giving each OG character the ending they deserve. So yeah, Leon isn't the main character, but Capcom never said he was gone. And the fact that they mentioned him in that interview and only him means that he's playing a big part in this story. Requiem will scare us with Grace, but it's also here to let us say goodbye to the people who made us fall in love with Resident Evil in the first place. And if this is the passing of the torch, if this really is the end, then I say, Capcom, let them go out in style. And please let Ada and Leon be together. Please. That's all I got for now.